Recently, there has been heavy rain in Shaanxi Province, a province in western China. On the evening of July 19, 2024, a highway bridge collapsed in Zhashui County, Shaanxi Province. As of 1900 on July 21st, Xinhua, China's national news agency, reported that the number of casualties was 15. 7 vehicles have been found to have fallen into the river, 1 person has been rescued, and 18 vehicles and 27 people are still missing. The outside world suspects that the actual situation may be even more severe. When the bridge collapsed, it was dark and many cars fell in, but some lucky people were stopped by nearby villagers and escaped the disaster. Mr. Meng told the Chinese media Beijing News that he was about to drive to where the bridge had broken when he was stopped by people who had already stopped. Some villagers rushed to the bridge without wearing shoes to stop the vehicles. Hurry up, there is a landslide ahead. Please stop the car and you can't get down. Okay, I understand. On July 21, 2024, a Chinese TikTok user posted a video showing that Xinping town was muddy everywhere after the severe flood, with houses and farmland destroyed and roads collapsed. A local media reporter interviewed staff from the county's publicity department to ask about the cause of the bridge collapse. The local government officials said the highway bridge collapsed due to heavy rain and flash floods. However, many people said this was another tragedy caused by shoddy construction. Local villagers said the water level had not risen for several years, but suddenly it rose and the bridge collapsed. There must be quality problems. Many netizens on Weibo also commented, "Bridges are the strongest structures. This is not very heavy rain. You cannot blame that rain for the bridge collapse. It's the rainstorm that's retaking the blame." Netizens said, "This has nothing to do with the rain. It hit the bridge piers and the bridge deck collapsed. The bridge deck. For such a shoddy project, how can ordinary people believe that there is no fraud, corruption, or collusion?" It's reported that the local government invested a total of about $1.3 billion to build this 36-kilometer expressway, which has been open to traffic for less than a year. Some netizens said, "It will be completed and open to traffic in 2023. Shaanxi Traffic Control General Contractor won the bid with $720 million. It has not been a year yet. For such a shoddy project, how can the people believe there is no fraud, corruption, or collusion? Are you still looking for physical reasons? It's just corruption and embezzlement." Another netizen put it very realistically. All the previous dregs are now slowly starting to have problems. Indeed, when the summer flood season arrives in China, many shoddy projects are exposed everywhere. At 11 a.m. on July 15, 2024, the road surface of Bada Road in Guangdong collapsed. The dashcam footage of a car recorded the scene of a van driving along the edge of the collapse. Fortunately, no vehicles were on the collapsed road at the time, otherwise it would have been very dangerous. In early July 2024, a road collapsed in a certain place in China. A car was next to the collapsed road, which looked very dangerous. On July 8, 2024, the berm of the Zhashui River in Zhangzhou, Henan Province, completed only half a year ago with an investment of about $350 million, collapsed, measuring about 5 meters in length and 4 meters in width. A large amount of soil fell into the river, blocking the channel, and a section of the walkway and guardrail were also damaged. People feel puzzled. The locals just had a rainstorm, the water level has not risen, and the berm even collapsed. Overseas Chinese netizens commented that the Chinese government vowed that the Zhashui River could withstand a once-in-a-century flood. As a result, when the heavy rain came, the problem of the quality of the Zhashui River project was immediately exposed. Whose pocket did the $350 million go into? Under the rule of the CCP, shoddy projects frequently appear and CCP officials' lies are everywhere. The so-called once-in-a-century flood has become the best weapon to expose corruption and deception. Of course, the people who pay for these achievement projects are easily washed away by rain. In July 2023, a video revealed that the government of Zhengzhou, Henan Province spent about US $470 million to put marble tiles on the Xinhua River channel.
这河里边它是主要是这蓝啊，金水河。
This is the scene of the Xinhua River after it was tiled. Some netizens joked, "Hurry up and put a golden border on the yellow river." However, these beautiful tiles do not seem to have the effect of draining the Xinhua River. On the evening of July 22, 2024, heavy rain fell in Zhengzhou and a large city area was flooded. A netizen posted a question. The Xinhua River, which cost tens of billions of yuan to build, was completely flooded in just 1 hour. A single heavy rain has exposed all the problems of the urban construction in Zhengzhou. The anti-flooding project cost tens of billions of yuan and did not last more than an hour in the face of heavy rain. It's the ordinary people who are pitiful. This is a scene of flooding in the tiled channel of the Xinhua River in Zhengzhou. On August 4, 2023, a large area of guardrails collapsed on the Wubao Yellow River Bridge in Shaanxi Province. The video shows that nearly 200 meters of white bridge guardrails on one side of the bridge have collapsed, and some guardrails have broken in half. It's reported that the Wubao Yellow River Bridge was scheduled to open to traffic on January 20, 2023. Only half a year later, the bridge guardrails collapsed. The local government gave the following explanation. On August 5, 2023, the Wubao County government issued a statement claiming that on the afternoon of August 4th, there was a thunderstorm and strong wind in the county, and part of the guardrail of the Wubao Yellow River Bridge was blown down by the strong wind. However, the official statement did not specify the quality issues involved in the renovation of the Yellow River Bridge project. This time, the government blamed the strong wind for the collapse of the guardrail. On July 31, 2023, a bridge collapsed in Manchang, Hebei Province, and 2 passing trucks fell into the water. On July 31, 2023, the Shaoqing River Bridge in Beijing partially collapsed, and 5 cars parked on the bridge fell into the water. On August 2nd, to conceal the truth, the Beijing municipal government installed a blue barrier on the bridge to prevent people from seeing the bridge that the flood had collapsed.
兄弟们，我现在在的位置叫新卢沟桥上，现在咱们看到的位置就是小清河桥，就是这个水呢过来之后，水势太大了，然后这个桥呢发生了问题。看，上面这几辆车没有掉下去啊，真是捡着了，祖上保佑了哈。
On August 3, 2023, part of the roadbed of a bridge near the Harbin-Mudangjiang Expressway in Heilongjiang was damaged by floods and collapsed, and a car fell into it. Local official media claimed that the collapse of the bridge roadbed was affected by rainfall, but netizens said that the critical problem was the quality of the roadbed construction. On August 3, 2023, the tunnel of the West Bridge Changchun City suddenly collapsed, and cement falling from the top hit a car. They have all withstood thousands of years of wind and rain and are still standing. These collapsed bridges and roads were built not long ago, but accidents have occurred one after another. Has the bridge technology in the 21st century regressed? What went wrong? We have found that under the corrupt system ruled by the CCP, all kinds of construction works are subcontracted at different levels, but corrupt officials take away most of the cost funds. Therefore, the constructors can use very little money to carry out the work, so they often jerry-build and cut corners. As a result, large-scale tofu dreg projects are bound to occur. Not only are bridges and roads shoddy, but the houses where Chinese people live are also increasingly poorly built. China's real estate giants Evergrande and Country Garden have collapsed one after another. The Beijing authorities promised to guarantee the delivery of houses to Chinese residents, but construction quality problems have been repeatedly exposed during this period. On July 1, 2024, an owner of a community in Juzhou, Hunan, disclosed that when the builder handed over the house on June 30th this year, he found that the ceiling of his house could be easily pierced with a plastic pipe, and then the cement on the ceiling fell like dust. The home's ceiling, where people spent almost all their life savings, was easily poked with a big hole. How could people live in this house? The developer responded that this was a slight quality defect. The holes were left for laying out wires in the early stage to facilitate construction. It only affected the appearance but not the safety. The cement strength was not enough, it was a minor defect. Fortunately, the property could be delivered. A netizen commented, "Tofu dreg projects are too horrible. The CCP does not take people's lives as lives." Regarding the problem of the wire holes being easily poked, a professional said, "It is indeed a wire hole, but they cut corners when filling it later. The wire holes cannot be completed in such a sloppy way. When we make wire holes on the construction site, we always add straight steel bars and then pour concrete." Mr. Yu, a Chinese-American structural engineer, told overseas Chinese media that wire holes are necessary. However, if the concrete grade and elasticity are insufficient or the number of steel bars is not enough, the structure is unsafe even without holes. If the load is large, it may crack. If it's even larger, it may collapse. On July 9, 2024, in a residential area in Longshan District, Liaoyuan City, Jilin Province, 4 layers of balconies on a building had fallen off, exposing the bricks. Large machinery was dismantling the remaining balconies on site. The video went viral online, with mainland netizens saying, "What we have been worrying about for years has finally happened. It's horrible. Fortunately, no one was standing on the balcony, otherwise it would have been a disaster." On June 29, 2022, an entire balcony collapsed in a residential area in Zhashui County, Heilongjiang Province.
上2楼，飞回来了。没让你这飞出来啥飞出来？这是什么工程啊？哎呀，我这正好我这现场拍下来了这个。
Many Chinese analysts at home and abroad realize that the current economic downturn means consumers cannot afford to buy houses and the real estate funds cannot keep up. Then it's impossible to continue to invest in construction, resulting in many projects that need to be completed. The economic downturn also strains local finances, and land sales fees cannot be reduced or waived. No matter how unfinished the project is, the fiscal fees will not be reduced by a penny. Suppose the government does not return the land sales income. In that case, no matter how much supervision is done, developers will have no money to invest and cannot guarantee the delivery of houses. Under the CCP's management, all government's actions aim to pursue GDP. That is, everything is centered on pursuing the economy. Whether it's the government or the enterprise, as long as they can make money, they don't care about anything else and will do whatever it takes. As a result, there will inevitably be more and more tofu dreg projects. That's all for today. If you like our content, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Thank you for your support, and see you soon.